hell is Sniper Elite? Modern stealth action? Realistic bullet physics? Detailed recreations of the human nervous and circulatory systems? If you're new to the franchise or just haven't been keeping up with it, there's quite a lot that defines a Sniper Elite game. However, that doesn't mean you should feel left out. If you've ever wondered, what the hell is Sniper Elite? Then we have you covered with this complete overview video. And we're gonna tell you what the hell it is. Let's get into it.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
Sniper Elite is a third-person stealth action game series created by Rebellion Developments, a British game studio based in Oxford, England. Aside from Sniper Elite, you might be familiar with their work on the Aliens vs. Predator games, Zombie Army, and Strange Brigade. And not to mention, King Charles once said,
"They're proper good devs too, right?"
Anyways, in order to truly understand Sniper Elite, we should probably start at the beginning. Sniper Elite itself goes back to 2005 when it first appeared on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, Wii, and PC. The first game took place during the final days of World War II, specifically the Battle of Berlin. It introduced us to the series' protagonist and hero, Karl Fairburn, a German-born American soldier, an agent of the Office of Strategic Services, who goes behind enemy lines to stealthily thwart the proliferation of nuclear technology. He uses silenced weapons, booby traps, and the element of surprise. But he's not above using weapons with a little more bang to get out of tight spots. After all, he does have some absolutely sick sniping skills. Or as Rebellion would say,
"He's a bloody good sniper."
In fact, Karl's legendary skills behind the scope of a rifle gives Sniper Elite its primary game mechanics and addicting gameplay that has been entertaining fans for almost 2 decades. Even on the relatively primitive gaming hardware of the PS2 era, Rebellion implemented some impressive technical feats that set the stage for what Sniper Elite would become, including those amazing realistic ballistics. Wind, gravity, and even Karl's breathing have to be taken into account when you're lining up a shot. And once you do line one up, when you pull the trigger on a perfect shot, you're then treated to the Sniper Elite franchise's staple feature, the bullet cam. The player's perspective changes from third person to a slow motion view of the rifle round as it leaves the barrel, travels through the air, and eventually arrives at its intended target. The bullet cam served as a viscerally satisfying reward for players who took their time and aimed carefully. And that system has only gotten better with each installment of the game. While the first Sniper Elite game is very much locked into a time and place in video game history, the series really found its identity in the sequel. Sure, it took 7 long years to get to that point, but greatness takes time, right? From 2012 Sniper Elite V2 up to this very day, each Sniper Elite game has taken what made the first game special and improved upon it. The bullet cam evolved into the X-ray kill cam, which gives you a crunchy view of your carefully aimed bullet passing through muscle and bone. The smaller maps of the first game grew to become much larger sandboxes with plenty of ways to tackle your objectives and opportunities for creative expression. Oh, and let's not forget, V2 also introduced another series staple, the inclusion of a Hitler assassination mission that has headlined every game's DLC offerings since then. Ultimately, these are the things that have come to define Sniper Elite. But the series is even more than that. While it is strictly a World War II action game, it hasn't been confined to the drab, gray, war-torn streets and buildings of 1944 Germany. Karl Fairburn has traveled to scenic locales like North Africa, Italy, and most recently, France, offering players a ton of visual variety. As the level design of the series has become more visually diverse and intricate, new ways to traverse those sandboxes have been introduced. Far from the strictly crouch-walking soldier of 2005, Karl can now climb, slide, and use zip lines to move around the map with ease. Whether he's scrambling up a wall to a sniper perch or trying to make a swift getaway, Karl is one smooth smooth operator. He's a smooth operator. Anyways, along with the brighter colors and more varied settings, the tone of the Sniper Elite series has also lightened up. The dark and serious war stories of the first game have been replaced with action movie plots, complete with funny enemy dialogue and silly Easter eggs. If you're curious about those, we have an entire video dedicated to Sniper Elite 5 Easter eggs that you can watch right here. While the series is known for its headlining sniping mechanics, realistic ballistics, and cringe-worthy X-ray tech, you don't have to play these games as a straight-up sniper. Part of what makes Sniper Elite great is its dedication to freeform gameplay, the ability and freedom for players to navigate each game's massive sandbox and tackle objectives however they like. Do you want to get to the highest point on that map and just snipe every soldier you can see? Do it. Do you want to play the game like a Splinter Cell, sneaking around, hiding bodies, and completing missions without anyone knowing you're there? Do it. Or would you rather play it like a cover shooter, hiding behind walls and shooting up every level like an action hero? Do it. Sniper Elite makes all of these strategies possible. You have so many options when you're tackling a Sniper Elite mission. But even more impressive is how moment-to-moment gameplay seamlessly transitions between all of these and more without missing a beat. Okay, let's wrap this one up with a recap. What the hell is Sniper Elite? I'm glad you asked. Sniper Elite is an action game franchise that has been around since 2005. Over time, it has evolved from a run-of-the-mill World War II shooter with interesting sniping mechanics into a mechanically deep video game series with a dedication to freeform gameplay. It is known for the brutal X-ray kill cam, realistic sniping mechanics, large sandbox maps, and also the Kill Hitler missions that are present in the DLC of every entry since Sniper Elite V2. And that's what the hell Sniper Elite is. Are you up to speed now? Great, we are already up to Sniper Elite 5, but it's never too late to go back and enjoy the previous games in the series. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this Sniper Elite overview, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. If there's an aspect of Sniper Elite you want us to cover, let us know down in the comments so we can get to it in another video. See you sharpshooters in the next one.